Hello and welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for another episode of Technic Minecraft. Okay, we have our lava pit highly stocked, as you can clearly see here. We have our pumping station pretty much up and running. Well, actually, I just stopped it right now, but as you can see, we have, holy crap, we have pumped out a lot of oil. So our tank is getting filled over by the house. We've cleared out a pretty good chunk of oil here. You can actually see the tunnels now where we came down the first time and actually investigated. There's the torches and all that were placed. And there's plenty more oil to be gotten because it goes all the way down to right about here. This is where our original pump stopped getting the oil. But anyway, I'll go ahead and flick that back on real fast and we'll continue to pull out that black gold. Let's see, where's my redstone torch? I have one switch and one redstone torch. Alright, there. Whoa, almost fell down here again. Alright, so all three engines are getting power. They'll be powered up real soon. And we'll just go back and see how things are doing at the tank in the meantime. Sheep 1 or 2 close to the energy pit. Okay, so here's our little tank we got going here. As you can see, it's got a fairly good amount of oil in there already. It'll probably fill up another block, so we'll probably have about 2 blocks full of oil. We've got a ton of fuel right here. And I'm not going to turn on the engines yet to pump it into the... yeah, into there until we get more oil in the tanks. So at some point, we'll go ahead and get that cranked up. But in the meantime, that's not what I wanted to discuss. RedPower. That's kind of what I wanted to discuss today. And it's kind of a thing. Now, the whole purpose behind RedPower is basically more efficient redstone current, which means instead of seeing little tiny powdery stuff on the floor, you're going to see actual, like, wires. So, red alloy wire is pretty much your first wire you're going to craft. But how do you get to that point? First and foremost, you're going to have to create this alloy furnace. To make an alloy furnace, you'll have to get 8 pieces of brick and craft it just like a regular furnace. So it's pretty simple to say the least, and I'll try to pull it up here for you. Okay, so here is our regular alloy furnace. As you can see, 8 pieces of regular brick will craft what we need and get us to the point. Now, to get further, you're going to need iron ingots and you're going to need redstone. Basically, I should have got more redstone. If we had redstone with the iron ingots and something to smelt with, you're going to get, well, we have red alloy ingots here. Now, red alloy ingots are basically what will craft the wire. You'll take 3 red alloy ingots, put them down on the line, and those 3 will get you 12 wire. As you can see, I now have 36. But let's say if you wanted to do something a little bit more different. For instance, I got gray wool right here. I'm going to go ahead and have this gray wool act as an insulator. Line up 6 of them in the box. Put them right down the line. And now we have gray insulated wire. Pretty neat, huh? So you can actually use this insulation as kind of a way to keep track of what you got going. So if you want to have the gray insulated wire going to one thing, you can do that. That's a thing right there. If you wanted to have another object be a different color, you can make it like white. It's up to whatever you want to craft. But this is what it comes down to when you start laying. As you can see, it's simple gray wire. A lot cleaner than just simply using plain redstone. A lot smoother. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and break this back. Pretty simple to retrieve back. Just one click from whatever and it'll pretty much break it all up. Alright, so let's go outside for a quick demonstration. I've went ahead and crafted 10 levers or levers, depending upon what you want to call them. And we have about 10 pistons here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to line them up in a relatively decent way. Alright, we'll go ahead. Actually, you know what? I'll use the red wire for this one. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. We're going to go ahead and run this red wire back. Simply put, we'll wire these up to our levers or levers. There we go. Stupid misclicks. Get off my switch. There we go. Then, just for you-know-whats and giggles, we'll just go ahead and run some gray wire back down here. Just for show. Alright, let's go ahead and slam down another lever, whatever. So it's a pretty basic setup, nothing really fancy. But you can actually do fancy things later on down the road. We'll turn them on. As you can see, they glow bright red, indicating they have power. Now, of course, these aren't really doing anything, but you get the general consensus to the fact that they're getting power, and if they had a purpose, they would be doing something right about now. Alright, so here we go. Simple test. Now we actually have our pistons actually doing something useful. And, you know, it's pretty neat to be doing such, just to show you how the effects work. Not that it's really surprised how it goes, but whatever. Now I'm just kind of being a little bit of a show-off. Alright, so I'm going to do a little building here and try to use this as an example of what this could be pretty good for. As soon as my ring wants to activate, you're going to start to see what I'm talking about. Now, you're probably saying, okay, well, this ain't nothing too fancy. I've seen something like this before. But at least there's actually a pretty good reasoning for doing this, and eventually I'm going to show you how to do it where it looks nice and clean, and you won't even know it's even there. First, we'll have to clear out some of this nonsense, to say the least. So there we go. We have a nice little line right there. We have a nice little line right here. May have to duck inside before the sun is totally down and the monsters come out. And all you know what breaks loose. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and create a simple circuit like this. Nothing too fancy, nothing elaborate. As a matter of fact, you're already figuring out what's going on. Okay, so there we go. Simple setup, right? Ooh, you've made a pair of doors. Good for you. Well, it's what I wanted to go for, but you know, what I have planned next, I think will help clean a lot of stuff out. Another part of RedPower is the saw. And you're probably wondering, well, what good's a saw for? Well, I went ahead and crafted this iron handsaw. To craft it, it's pretty simple. You get 3 sticks, and you combine it with 4 pieces of iron ingot, which will give you a simple handsaw. You can do this with diamond and other stuff. Just simply replace the iron ingot with diamond. But now I'm going to demonstrate how the power of the handsaw works. Well, that's pretty good. I was going to demonstrate the power of the handsaw when I actually needed a diamond handsaw to cut stone. Dum dum dum. Alright, anyway, what I had planned, as you can see, 1 stone in here with diamond handsaw. Gives us a stone slab. That's nice and all, right? Okay, so I want to do something with a little bit more. Stone panel. Okay, we're talking a little bit more now. We can craft 4 of those. I need it thinner, though. Alright, well, let's say I just want to have some panels and a cover. Alright, not a problem. We've gotten 4 covers and 2 panels. So what good are these? Well, you're about to see. As you can see, you can actually use these to build actual boxes and such. You'll see the outline of what you want to build on the floor, like a box. So we'll go ahead and put that down. As you can see, it creates a simple slab. We can go ahead and lay down another one, and another one, and another one. So it creates a pretty neat box. All in all, someone will be like, okay, well, what good's that going to do? In time, I'm going to show you how to actually make one without the side on it. So there we go. Pretty simple little box setup. Nothing fancy. Looks a little awkward, but whatever. There we go. We put a lid on it, and it looks like a regular old block, except with various different pieces of stone. So to get crafting on some hollow blocks, we're going to go ahead and take some stone covers. Go ahead and make them into the shape of a chest, of a furnace, or whatever you want to call it. We'll make a stone cover, hollow stone cover. Now you can easily just go back and condense these back down, and you can make them to whatever you want. You can make a hollow stone panel, a hollow stone whatever. By doing that, you can easily just go back. As you can see, as soon as I can actually find a place to put this, there we go. Food will wait. Food can wait till tomorrow. There we go. See, now we can make a hollow stone slab and so on. As you can see, you can go in reverse order and make the hollow stone whatever. Alright, so I got 30 hollow stone. Well, 30 stone, excuse me. Now this is getting like really blah, blah, blah. It really just starts to get you tongue-tied after a bit. Anyway, let's go back. I'm going to craft that box one more time and not throw my soul away. Okay, so as soon as it wants to cooperate, there we go. We'll put a top on it. Then we'll switch it up for our cover. And now we actually have something we can actually pass through here. Now pretty much redstone stuff will pass through here, so this is really good for wiring and such. And as a matter of fact, there's an actual way to pass wiring through this. And of course I did something wrong again, so let me try this one more time with stone covers. There we go. Now we've gotten stone jacketed wiring. We'll go ahead and snap that up. Alright, we're going to have to dispose of something that I don't necessarily need right now. Bye-bye, arrow. We can get you later. Alright, so we now have that. And as you can see, we now have the wiring inside our box. Now, of course, that's not a very good placement for it, but still, you can actually still use it from there. You can actually have the wire come out. Alright, so what we've started to do was put our panels up. We've started making them in the form of a box. We've gotten our jacketed stone wire inside the box. As you can see, it's connected to all the pistons. And we're just going to start covering up all these slots. Now basically, I just left this open so I could put all the wires in. On the sides, you can pretty much cover up. The areas you want to leave contacted, you leave open. Like right next to the piston, you leave that area open. This area so much we don't need to leave open. So we'll just go ahead and cover them up. You won't even know anything's in there. So ain't that pretty neat? We got these all covered up. And for all you know, there's nothing in here whatsoever. Then we can just go in, fill this up with just regular stone. And it looks like plain nothing else was here. Well, except for that, but, you know, whatever. So, what do you think? And, of course, you got this little area right here that's kind of through that. But, you know, you could easily just go ahead and cover that part up. Get up there. There we go. So, as you can see, you have yourself a nice little doorway system. So kind of neat that you can actually craft something like that and have it to where you don't even know anything's there. Now, of course, you'd have to bury the redstone wire, of course, so that way nothing can be seen. You could have a pressure plate or something on there. You could have it set to like a timer. But the fact that something like that can be done is rather cool to say the least. So anyway, this is just a short little introduction of what we've got going on for RedPower. I'm going to do a little bit more work, and you're going to start seeing me implement some more stuff into the actual everyday use of it. So if you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. Leave any questions, comments, or suggestions down below. I'd love to hear from you. So have yourself a wonderful day, and if not, then just simply fake it. And before I go, I want to make a quick few announcements. Today being September 25th, 2012, we have the release of Mists of Pandaria. I want to get a live stream up as soon as my collector's edition gets here. It hasn't gotten here yet. I'm quite peeved at UPS right now. They haven't delivered my package. Should have been here. I thought it would have been here yesterday. Usually I get better service from Amazon. They would have had it to me yesterday. That's what happens when I change up shipping companies and I go to somebody different. I went to GameStop instead of Amazon. So lesson learned. I will have a live stream up of that later on at some point, so check that out. You know, I've got the list for Facebook, for Twitter, all that down below in the description area. If you want to find out when it's up, check that out as well. And it's going to be quite busy, so anyway, that's a thing. And anyway, I guess that's it for announcements. I will see you again next time. Have a good day.